Hello, my sweets. So today we're going to be creating an entire look using just one palette. So let's go ahead and jump right in by getting hydrated. We're going to use the Wet n Wild's Prime Focus Primer Serum Base and NYX's Marshmallow Primer. I'm going to start with the serum base because it's the most liquidy of the two. You don't need a lot of this stuff, especially since it's so drippy. You're just going to massage that into your skin as best you can, and I usually like to wait a couple seconds to let it dry down before I apply the primer. Next I'm going in with e.l.f.'s Camo Concealer. This stuff is a pretty good dupe for Tarte's Shape Tape, so if you like that particular formula, this is your product for only a fraction of the price. I'm using it here as an eyeshadow primer and blending that in with my beauty blender. We're going to go right in with the Huda Beauty's Neon Orange palette. I'm going to start with a fluffy-ish blending brush. I'm going to go in with that beautiful pink color. And you want to pack it on the lid first to build up that pigmentation. And then after you pack it on, then you can work on blending that a little bit more into the skin. I'm going to go back in with a lighter pink. I'm going to pack that on the edges of the darker pink and try and blend that out. Again, I usually like to create kind of a lifted cat eye look with my eyes just because they tend to be a little more deep set. So when I apply the eyeshadow, I like to bring it out and up. And we went back into that palette and picked up a little bit of the orange color to use to diffuse out that pink color. It creates this beautiful sunrise look. I'm going with a flat brush now. This is my Zoeva Smoky Shader 234 brush. I love Zoeva brushes. They're wonderful. I've had them for a couple years now and they really withstood the test of time. Easy to clean, easy to work with. So I'm using this beautiful lime green shimmer on the lid. And I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush with a kind of a peachy corally color right on the inner corner, and I'm going to blend that out with a lighter orange color again to kind of maintain that beautiful sunset look. Now, when you're working with eyeshadow and you're working with an eyeshadow primer, just make sure to tap down any creased product on your lid before going in with any pigments, just to make sure that you get a nice smooth application. And I'm just diffusing the inner corner there with a mostly clean blending brush just to get it nice and diffused. And I'm going to go back in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer for the under eye, blend that out with my beauty blender. And now I'm going in with one of my favorite foundations right now. It's the Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Moisturizer. And I usually like to put the product kind of on the outer parts of my face and then work it inward so that I decrease the risk of kind of building up a lot of product in the laugh lines and other areas where it likes to crease. And now I'm going in with I'm trying to show you the color here. It's a caramel is what that shade is with my Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I use it for contouring and bronzing. And I like to put it right below the cheekbones, right on either side of the nose, and right under the chin. A little of this stuff goes a really long way, so just be sparing when you use it. And you can always go in and deepen it up if you like, either with that same product or you can use powder bronzer. I'm just blending that up and around my gigantic 5 head to hopefully make it look a little less of a 5 head. Now I'm going in with, I didn't show you the product there, it's a powder foundation, a little bit lighter, just on the bridge of the nose to kind of bring out that highlight. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild translucent setting powder to just set it in place. And now we're going to go back in to the Huda Beauty palette and finish up the eyeballs. So I'm taking this beautiful coral orangey color on the lower lash line. I'm going to place that there first on both eyes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a lighter color with that blending brush And I'm going to diffuse that color out. And again, trying to keep that upturned kind of cat eye shape going, connecting the color on the lower lash line to the color on the upper lash line. And I'm going to go in with another one of my Zoeva brushes. This is a little detail brush. I'm going to take that beautiful orange shimmer color and put it on the lower inner corner lash line and kind of blend that out. And I apologize for being sniffly today, guys. My allergies are killing me. So now I'm kind of deciding whether or not I want to go for a wing, and we decided yes, we're going to go for a ring. I'm going to show you guys how to do a cat eye wing on deep set, kind of downturned eye. So we're going to start right at the corner, the outer corner of the eye, and we're going to kind of pull that line up, decreasing pressure as you go out so you get that nice thin line on the very outside. And now look how I stop right at the crease, right at where my crease starts. And then I'm going to draw that line down a little bit so you create kind of almost like a bat wing shape. And then finally draw it all the way in. And I usually like to stop right at where my pupil is, so kind of right in the middle of the lash line. Because when I open my eyes, you can't see a whole lot of lid space, so if I put too much black there, it looks kind of wonky. So I like to kind of keep the line on the lash as thin as possible. So I'm just going back in, cleaning up that line there. Looking down really helps to do this and to finally fill everything in. And now the other eye, which is always a challenge. Remember, sisters, not twins. So if you can't get it exactly right, don't worry. You are among the 99.999% of people who can't get them identical on both sides. So again, we're beginning at the outer corner. We're going to draw it out and up. And then look down a little bit, create a little bat wing, and then come in again, trying to keep it at the pupil and or the center of the lid. And there you have it. And now we're going to go in with a felt tip liner. We're going to do a teeny tiny little inner corner wing there. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of following the water line just the slightest bit up. And then I'm dragging that out. Again, really just following the natural curvature of the eye to create this kind of foxy, catty eye look. And then we're going to work on the brows. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz liner. I'm almost done with it, which is why I'm so sad. But I begin by brushing. Yes, now I've just realized that I'm almost out of it. So we begin by brushing the eyebrows up. And then we're going to go in with a line on the bottom. Drag that line from the tail to the head, keeping it straight because I like to create kind of my own shape here when I'm doing my eyebrows. I don't really like to follow the natural curvature of the brow. And then we're just going to blend that product up using the little spoolie there attached to the brow pencil. Now we're going in with my favorite blush. It's Ofra's Madison Miller line. It's called All You Need Is Love. It's wonderful. It's this beautiful peachy color. Works really well with my skin tone. I've got kind of more olive skin tone, so I like to stick with peach colors. And now we do my favorite part, and that is the highlighter. We're going in with MAC's Mineralize Skinfinish. This is called Soft and Gentle. I've had this product, oh gosh, for probably about 3 years. It was one of my first fancy makeup purchases, and I love it. It's a very gentle kind of a soft highlighter, unlike the Ofra highlighter that I used in my last video, which kind of makes you stand out and be real shiny. And I'm going in with Tarte's Big Ego Mascara. Stuff is really great. It does tend to transfer a little bit on your eyelids, so looking down kind of helps eliminate that. And of course, if you have a winged liner on, you can't really see the transfer. So and now we're going to go with the Maybelline lip pencil. Again, this is one of my favorite products. I can get it from the drugstore for $4 or $5. And I usually just use it to better define my lip shape, kind of even out the asymmetrical lips that I have been gifted with. And now I'm going in with the NYX Plumping Gloss. The full list of the products are going to be below. So that's exactly what I've been using. And that's it, y'all. You can finish it up with some setting spray. And you're good to go out to the beach to enjoy the sun.